Hey everyone, welcome to Gilded Reviews. This last weekend, Battlefront 2 had a free beta event, so in light of that, I decided to put together a quick little first impression / EA rant to let you guys know what I thought. We will start this video off with the disclaimer about Electronic Arts. EA has a long history of screwing over its customers, but have made strides in the last few years to rectify their mistakes. They originally started trying to appeal to customers by bringing in the on-the-house feature to Origin. This is a nice addition, but many of the games are outdated and simply won't grab people's attention. While I may love Nox back from 1999, not many of my friends will. During the time that they worked on bringing people to Origin, they also experimented with many games and DLC content. But honestly, nothing really worked. Everything just seemed to be geared towards making EA money rather than making consumers happy. Sims 4 still has over 20 DLC items that you need to pay for in order to get the full experience. They even managed to microtransaction games like SimCity with day of release DLC that added new skins to make your city look like it was in a different country. This should have been given to us for free. The added addition of not being able to play the single player title offline almost drove their entire PC gaming base away. Now, microtransactions are unfortunately a common thing now, but many developers have found a way to make them work. For instance, Blizzard allows you to purchase loot boxes, but only for cosmetic items. Sadly, EA still hasn't figured this out. Microtransactions are still around in Battlefront 2, and you can use real money to purchase loot crates that have the chance to drop upgrades for your soldiers and ships. This does give an advantage to players with extra funds to roll into the game. It could cause an issue down the line, but they seem to have done this with every major release since Battlefield 4. With all of that being said, I want to go over why this game just might be the savior EA has been trying to produce for many years. It all comes down to one simple thing: not splitting the community based on the expansions that they own. I know, it seems like an extremely easy thing to do. But EA's internal struggle with the bottom line has forced them to focus on creating content to sell rather than content that people will enjoy. Anyhow, they have changed their minds finally, realizing that they have a higher chance at a solid, more dedicated following if they release content that is free. This is big news. Electronic Arts has never done this. If EA were to release an entire game free of DLC that had consistent updates, their entire community would be surprised. It seems too good to be true, so I guess we will just have to see how it goes. Let's get into the game. There is a ton to cover, so I will condense it down and only talk about things briefly. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments. Just know that Battlefront 2 is a lot of fun. The game offers a few different modes that are pretty unique to first-person shooters. Well, at least from what I can tell. I don't really play FPSs like this. I am more into arcade shooters like Overwatch or Unreal. However, I did put a good amount of time into Battlefield 4, after which I played Battlefield Hardline, Battlefield 1, and Battlefront very briefly. I didn't enjoy them very much. Battlefront was good, but I could never find anyone on PC. I don't know if there was something wrong with the game finder, but it seemed barren for a $120 game, so I just returned it. Battlefront 2 is a different story. It runs great, is extremely smooth, and looks amazing. I am in love with the overall aesthetics of this game. The particle effects are gorgeous and really can distract you at first. Just look at the leaves. The gameplay is what you would expect from a Battlefield type game. It is quick, and honestly, I suck at them. Anything where I die in 1 or 2 shots, I am just really not very good at. The game does try and help with this by giving you a legitimate health bar that you can recharge by running away. It is a nice feature that almost gives me a chance to survive. The skill system is fantastic too, and I am really enjoying the weapon and upgrade systems as well. Overall, everything feels like good progression. But the fact that they have a loot crate system in place kills all of it. Unlocking some of this stuff takes a lot of time, and getting cards can come slowly. Over a long period of time, of course this game isn't pay to win. But at the beginning it really is, and the community is not happy about it. The basic game modes are enjoyable, but it does seem like the stormtroopers are at a disadvantage. If you heard the footage from my game, I repeatedly, almost way too often, bring up how dumb it is to be in really any kind of combat suited up in shiny, bright white armor. It seems silly. I know stormtroopers are white, and the backlash from changing them to like black or, I don't know, maybe not shiny white would have been worse, but it is still frustrating. They are just very easy to see. The heroes are a lot of fun to play, but Darth Maul does seem a little stronger than everyone else. Maybe Rey is just as good, but I usually go for the Rocket Trooper. They are very versatile and have a good amount of movement around the field. Starfighter is by far my favorite mode. This is a very biased opinion though. I love space games and more specifically dogfights. It is so much fun to weave around a ship destroying your opponents along the way. However, this mode really needs some versatility to stay afloat. It just can get old after a few hours. And that is really all this game has in the beta. I have had a blast this weekend playing the game with friends, but it can get frustrating and I found us frequently taking breaks or getting upset with how quickly we were dying. The reality of it is I love this game. I really want it to succeed, but honestly, I don't think it will, at least on PC. I know that people will play it and I am sure I will pick it up myself, but frankly, with the hackers that are already on the beta, to the EA and Origin bullshit that we already have to deal with on PC, it may not be worth it. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. We will take a closer look at Battlefront 2 once it is released. This was something short and new I wanted to try out for the channel. Let us know what you thought, and tell us what type of Battlefront 2 experience you had this weekend. We are a new channel focused on anything gaming. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and give us a thumbs up or click on our icon to subscribe. It really helps us out. We release new content every few days.